did not do our shot. You got a report.
Oh shit.
You didn't do our shot at the beginning of the show. Of the beginning of the show's podcast.
That's because Beer Boss ain't here.
The Beer Boss. Our Master Cicerone is missing. He ain't really missing. He's suspended. Suspended without drinks. Suspended without drinks. Giddy. Giddy. I was looking at the phone right there. The camera right there. Giddy boy. We'll give a big shout out to the guys in the Rawway show. Here's your help.
You had to pose like that?
I did.
You had to do that in the script?
Yeah.
So where we going?
The Jack Daniels go down the same every time. Harsh until you throw him back the fifth one.
I had a liter Jack Daniels in my house as part of my bar. Decorations. I just wanted variety. Then we got some new neighbors. It was some white girl and this black guy. And they had a little mixed baby. Whoa, that was racist. So as like a move-in gift, what I did was I gave him that liter because it was just sitting there like that. Like I don't like that taste. That's like,
Cause that shit, man,
it lingers.
man, shit. Go ahead.
But they tore their goddamn house up. It was like 4:30 in the morning and shit. And I felt like it was like, Mom, I couldn't even say, keep that down, nigga, it's your fault. You gave them that shit.
That's funny as hell. Cause Jack would do that to you. Like you gotta know your limits.
I just don't like
Drinking
taste.
Jack Daniels. You gotta know your fucking limits because, like I said, depending on who's pouring, by the fifth one, it's not harsh anymore. The shit will let you have it. You'll wake up like, what the fuck? You'll black out if you can't handle that shit. You'll black totally out. And the party is a different party from that point on.
I ain't fucking with it.
But that ain't what everybody say. Your boy Benzino out here. Nah, sorry, real talk though. I seen Benzino been going through it this week. My nigga 50 been shitting on him, talking shit about him, cause he's stuck in the middle of a triangle.
What's this triangle?
Is it a triangle? It might not be a triangle. He out here allegedly messing with transgenders. He say don't fuck with his name though, bro. Don't do that.
I didn't see none of this.
Yeah.
But I got an input though when you finish.
I'm just saying, Benzino. And I think the thing is, it seemed like shit is going in the direction of where it's gonna be okay or normal to see people with transgenders from both sides. Whether it's a dude with a dude that feel like he's a girl, or a girl with a dude that used to be a girl, or a girl
Look at the Riddler.
that used to be a girl that's now a dude. I ain't go that's far as I can go.
I just think like I like the way the media is playing this, you know what I'm saying, with all this, you know, sexuality thing, you know, making it normal and common. So whoever should like own your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just own it. So, you know, everybody know how to deal with and who to deal with, whatever, you know.
I think that is the biggest part of it all though, that people don't own shit. I think that's, you know, in all aspects of anything, if you take responsibility for it, people will look at you and look at it in a different light, I think. Because if that's the case, like, okay, 50 clowning Benzino, right? He always clowned. He was clowning Young Buck. And Young Buck is like, that shit kept coming out like about his ass. And he like, no, fuck that. And the niggas in his city is having problems with him about the shit. And 50
clowns
clowns.
like playing the dozens and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people let the shit roll off of them because it's funny if you look at it. You know what I'm saying? If you can laugh at somebody else's shit, but if it come back to you, you feel offended and shit. Get the fuck out the way and shit. Right. 50 can say some shit about me, and if it's funny, I'm gonna fucking laugh and just roll over. Only if the fuck I'm offended because it's true or some shit when I'll be like, fuck you, 50. You know what I'm saying? Only if that fucking happened and shit, because 50
maybe
clowns his own self.
But then maybe you get a few minutes to bring your career back.
Hey, he's done that to some niggas and shit before. I'm gonna attack you just so your name can be a buzz again.
Maybe so we can buzz and then, you know, you take that and then that's what they do.
I don't know if I'm late, but I know that better not be no 50 Cent birthday. Was that one of them?
That was it.
Oh, you bombed. Because I'm like, what fuck happened to his voice? You need one of them throat lozenges or something? I seen the one dude, like when he did 50, he closed his mouth. Like 50 don't open up his mouth. Like,
He don't
open it, fucked up mouth, man.
That's what he do. You gotta talk to your teeth.
But I can kick it and chill with 50 because he got like that dark humor.
I like 50. That's my guy.
Like, remember that Fabulous and Ray J got into it and shit?
He's giving them niggas. But that's because he be there at some of them shit.
He amped that motherfucking shit up and shit. He amped up. It was like Ray J was over Floyd Mayweather's house and he got the grand piano. So Ray J playing the piano and singing songs. So 50 is there. You know what I'm saying? So he said,
like the nigga did a show for it. Like
50 got niggas doing concerts at his show, right? So people laugh and shit. And then now, Ray J, you feel kind of insecure because really, to me, still, you're not Ray J. You're still Brandy's little brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you fast forward it and it's Puff Daddy's party and shit. You know, his birthday party and shit and everybody around and shit. So somebody made a reference to him doing that concert shit, you know what I'm saying, in his house and shit, right? So everybody laughed and he just turned to see Fabulous was laughing also.
He picked the nigga in the room that was smaller.
I want to fight him over there in the back with the long neck and his sharp ass shoulders and shit. So
that's true as
so then he left, came back with a hoodie on and shit and tried to steal on Fab and shit. Right?
And he had on some slides.
But 50 amped that shit up and shit. It's your fault.
He's definitely the instigator. The nigga always instigates some shit. Everybody had a nigga like that back in the day when they was growing up. It always was some nigga. He was a couple, like, you know, when them dudes from the neighborhood. He's like one of the bully niggas, one of the joke cracking niggas, one of the that nigga got like 3 of them shits under him though.
Cause he surely did bully Gus Buck and them and shit. Cause I remember I was listening to what the fuck is his name and shit, the one he used to fuck with and shit, he beefing with him now and shit still.
Ja Rule.
No, not him, fuck Ja Rule and shit.
Game?
The Game and shit. The Game was like, G-Unit is your brand. He said, we be doing shows and shit, you got our outfits just laid out on our bed and shit, like this what you gonna wear. He said, you ain't paying me to sponsor your shit. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, I still wore what the fuck I was gonna wear. And you know, but Young Buck and y'all got on G-Unit, all y'all.
But he said them niggas 50 did. I heard him say something about that. He said them niggas used to get checks and shit and would be blowing that shit. Like they would get paid for some of that, and maybe not all of it. But he said them niggas used to get paid for that shit, and them niggas getting money and blowing that shit, so nigga ain't good financially with their own pockets.
That happened to a lot of poor people.
Because he was paying niggas.
Due to you.
Right. Because, you know, the nigga ain't never had nothing. You get a nigga a couple dollars and like, nigga. And then, you know, basically, nigga, he created some shit to where niggas was probably running back and forth to him like that. When, nigga, I ain't your daddy from jump. We about to make this money. But that's also, you know, that's a gift and a curse because, you know, you create the shit a certain way like that. You know, he probably kick niggas out some dope. Nigga, you know, however many you need. That he really probably did it to put niggas in debt like the record label do though too. So that's why niggas end up owing him. He talking shit about the niggas owing him bread also.
So what is Benzino's little get back? How's he defending himself?
He just talking shit about like he ain't even, you know, he got some shit he said about 50, but that motherfucker I think He more worried about everybody looking at him like in a certain way, but he was on there like, you know what I'm saying, trying to explain this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, how do you come back from that, or with it being what it is, do you come back from that, or do you?
I mean, if you
Embrace it.
Embrace it.
I mean, if it's all just, tabloid talk and it's fake and all that shit right there, brush that shit up. You ain't talking about me. But if there's some truth in it, then, you know what I'm saying, like, either own up to it or just, you know what I'm saying, or you still gonna do the shit that's being said that you're doing and shit, but you mad because people was talking about it. What the fuck you doing it for?
Right.
Just be you and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is an open society right now and shit. And it needs to be. I was on Facebook, Reprieve, you know what I'm saying? You put some shit up about, you said Dwayne Wade, you know, something about him and his son.
Right.
You know, and you's a weak ass nigga to put supporting this. I mean, if my son was gay, boy, you better be the gayest motherfucker on that goddamn track field or whatever the fuck you gonna do, that volleyball team you on and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help you pick out the most prevalent. If you gotta get tormented by your peers, tormented at school and all that shit, then when you come home, I'm gonna torment you for being you, and you don't know how to be me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna.
Because you can't turn your back on it. Once it is what it is, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And
what's the one magicians and shit, Siegfried and Freud? You know, now on Halloween, me and my gay son, if I had one, but I don't, if me and my gay, we not gonna go dressed as Siegfried and Freud. I'm not gonna support you like that.
But that would be fun though.
I'm not putting on tights because
to dress like Siegfried and Roy.
I'm not putting on them belts.
Get a tiger, a stuffed tiger, just pull it down the street and shit.
That'll just be my gay son say something, he gonna beat
You
your
know,
ass.
if your son say, Dad, Paul Clark, Dad, let's go for Halloween dressed like Siegfried and Roy. Like the tigers and everything.
I'll be the tiger.
You would be the Siegfried.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Or Roy.
Listen, skinny nigga in tights and all that shit. Listen, real shit right here. Y'all be, I heard motherfuckers like, them skinny jeans, nah, fuck that. Now everybody got on skinny jeans and shit.
I like skinny jeans.
You know what I'm saying?
I like skinny pants, not necessarily the jeans.
Nigga, in the 90s, niggas wore biker shorts. I was one of them niggas that like, I wear the top, but I'm not putting on the bottom ones, cause if I put on the biker shorts, they would still like baggy and stuff. Like, I was a skinny nigga and shit, so I'm not wearing them and shit, but I hated on the motherfuckers that did have the whole set and all that shit. Even Spike Lee, how dare you, how you find a size that's not bell bottom Lee on your thigh part right here, but I didn't do the biker shorts, but I did the biker top and shit.
I did want a biker suit. Me and Rue did. But then I got over it real fast and shit. Like, I didn't keep trying to get one when, you know, cause I thought like, could have got it off, but, and I got two older brothers. The niggas probably would have clowned the nigga. I think Play has some,
You know what I mean? Niggas was in that biker, in that movie theater with Spike Lee did.
Soon as
the right thing.
I was about to say, soon as that happened, that's when the biker shorts.
Biker shorts was just everywhere and shit.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
But Martin Lawrence them though, they had on biker suits in the movie. Him and the one nigga that like the dark skinned dude that got killed in Clockers.
But we definitely live in a homophobic era. We've always had, you know what I'm saying, now it's kind of being chipped away and shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why, like we didn't do that. Like we watched Larry Bird and Michael Jordan dunk that ball from the free throw line and them little ass motherfucking shorts. Them shorts was little as fuck, but we didn't think he's gay. We didn't think that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let a motherfucker walk around with some Larry Bird shorts right now and they gonna be like, with your socks pulled all the way up to your goddamn calf with the green and yellow. You gonna be like, he's gay. Like, I don't understand.
But the shit is back almost basically like that now again.
Oh, you supposed to be, listen, right? This is what the homophobic society does right here. I remember in the 80s and shit, all of a sudden, this is when men first started to pierce their ears. But you better have your left ear pierced.
Right.
Because if you had your right ear pierced, that meant you was gay.
I stand by that.
I always looked at it like, no, a dick in your mouth means you're gay. Where you put your earring at does not determine what's going in and out of your body. And so, like,
my mama say.
So everybody had this one ear pierced, you know what I'm saying? And it had to be a hoop. right here, the hoop, right here. If you had the stud in there, you were gay. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck does that determine you gay? Then
But I had a stud. When I got my ears pierced, I had a stud before I was able to turn into a hoop.
turns it into.
I thought the hoop was gay.
Society turns it into whatever it is you want it to be. Because later on now, you know what I'm saying? Remember, like in the 90s and shit right here, it was okay for you to have both of them. I did it because Dr. Dre did it. You know what I'm saying? And then you better not have no hoops in your fucking ear. By that time, you was really gay then. You had to have the studs in there. I'm like, God damn it, switch this shit.
My first shit, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't get my ears pierced because my mom was not having it.
I did it my own
until
self.
I was 16.
I did it my own self. I don't understand when people say, don't sweep my feet with the broom, give it to me, and they spit on it and all that shit. Nigga, we took that broomstick right here, we put that motherfucker in our ear, the straw.
You was able to put your, as a fake earring, after
you stuck it with the needle and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you put your shit in there.
I went to the earring tree and did mine at East Lamar.
We didn't do that right there. We put that ice in. What's your, look at your ears, Pierce, thank you. Your big ass bag of ice on your face and shit.
I did my shit at East Lamar, me and
I did like 2 of them right here.
I've been pulling out all kinds of being rude shit, stories and shit we done did, but we done, earring tree. Shauna got her ear. Shit, all my kids that was there, if I was there to do it, it all was an earring tree.
And then when skinny jeans started to come back, I don't know why y'all thought it was different. Look at NWA's pants. Just look at them. Just do some tight ass.
But there was more regular fit.
But they ain't no
now niggas be having. They could put their pants.
They could run DMC. Look at LL Cool J's sweatsuit and shit. Like, them was just
the
skinny.
Around.
They fit us. Look at Gary Coleman and shit. Like, they fit us.
Hold on, Gary Coleman shit didn't fit him. They had to make his shit.
Baggy clothes was only around for like 10 or maybe 15 years and shit. Then when skinny jeans start to come
back, niggas start wearing more shit.
Everybody was like, not me. That's some gay ass shit. They trying to turn society gay. Why? Because your clothes, a dick in your mouth make you gay. Not no earrings.
Only a dick in somebody's mouth make you gay because everybody ain't taking a dick in the mouth.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you're doing, female, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Today's society,
it's tops. I heard there's tops in the male situation. There's tops and bottoms.
Nobody cares. So if you're doing both sides or whatever it is, you can advertise who you really are and shit, and you ain't gotta hide behind shit, and you won't feel like Benzino was feeling.
Right, because he feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
And he probably think the dude is one of the prettiest chicks he ever seen in his life. Like, oh my God.
And the thing about it is, like Benzino, like there's not one song that sticks in my head that's like, none.
The Mighty RSO though.
You
remember that?
You had the magazine. That was it. I never accepted you. You was the dude that had some money that could just force yourself into the music world.
Right.
So it really doesn't matter.
I used to fuck with the Mighty RSO though. They wearing that Boston shit and the black and yellow. That shit was fly.
But for the people who do love your music and shit, I
don't think nobody loves
whatever lifestyle you live, they still gonna love you because of your music. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I gotta bring this up, Monty Young, you know what I'm saying? His uncle used to always tell him, and he used to be mad, like, Monty, you had a crush on Boy George. You had no idea that was a dude. Boy, you know that's a man, don't you? You know what I'm saying? He, no, it's not, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't care what the fuck Boy George was. We loved your fucking music.
I knew he was
We didn't care about what you did and shit. We don't care about it.
I knew he was a dude, though.
But Luther Vandross, we knew you fruity. Look at the way you fan yourself. Ooh,
but he wasn't, at first, though, that nigga, even to the end, he was singing like he was singing to some bro.
Even Teddy Pendergrass.
But then tell you know motherfucking gay, then you go back and look at some of that shit like,
but we still
didn't care. No, we didn't. But it was mainly like when
Richard Pryor, his drug addiction, we didn't give a fuck. That's your personal life.
Nah.
We cared about your entertainment. And that's all we cared about. Today, y'all dig into everybody's lifestyle.
And that's what the internet, the social media shit, I think that sucks. That now it's like everybody's information, because like, the shit that was going on with T.I. and the comedian that said something about him and his wife's situation. But all y'all shit is out there.
Yeah.
So you really can't, you gotta learn how to take that shit
it's
too. It's public information once everything on the internet is always, for the most part, is hearsay.
Say that right there, because somebody was saying, you know, said the posters they was putting up, somebody was saying something negative. He said, well, once you put it out there, it's just public information. You gotta accept it. When you see all the likes, you know what I'm saying, you all good, you know what I'm saying, but you gotta accept the dislikes and the discount. You're beautiful, you know. Bitch, you built like a whole fucking Pac-Man ghost. How the fuck dare you fucking...
I'm gonna give you another one on that. You'll never think about that until them boys going through your trash. Because when you put them wrappers and packages in the trash, that becomes public trash too. So y'all niggas be sleeping, thinking you just got them things in and shit like that. You put them in the trash, and they go in the trash and be searching your trash when you sleep, or you're not paying them no attention.
I don't know if I'm high. I have no fucking clue.
Hold on, let me
Switch
finish.
it up,
Hold on. What I'm saying is,
go.
I said when motherfuckers, maybe not you, because that's not how you get down. I was getting there. When niggas be putting them packages, and then you opening up them wrappers, the niggas didn't know what I'm talking about, know what I'm talking about. They go through your trash too. You don't get a case, that's a case. That's how niggas be getting knocked too. Cause niggas, they go in your trash. I know personally.
Why'd you go there?
Because we were talking about public
information.
When you put your trash in the trash, that's becomes, and sit it out on the curb, that becomes public shit too. Just the same way. So I'm just saying, even a step further, in situations, niggas is out here hustling and shit. When y'all put that paper in the trash, sit it on the curb for the trash man to come tomorrow, and then they fuck around, and you fuck around, catch a case, don't even know, but they just looking for evidence. They go in your trash and be in the trash, and seeing if you got paraphernalia, and they'll come off of that shit. Pause. They will use that.
And they gonna come for your shit.
Huh?
I was counting how many times you said, they gonna come for your shit.
I only said that once.
I heard 5.
No.
They spoke this. Then you gonna say, oh, they go them other 4. You see it now, don't you?
They ain't gonna come for that baggie though.
I just watched the next to the last episode of Snowfall.
Did you?
I sure did.
Of the season?
Season 5.
Season 6 is supposed to go away. After season 6, because John Singleton did.
Oh, you said just so that means the music would probably be a little bit. I'm not gonna say better. Hey, when that shit comes on, especially Power, when Power comes on and I hear that shit, I got my own flow to that shit. I can block out whatever the fuck words that come in.
But not Snowfall. It just go clean, clean, clean. They gave us some shit on that show, bro.
I want his mom dead. So
You think so? I do too, kind of.
Bitch, get the fuck while you benefiting off of this motherfucker.
I'm mad though.
Just go.
Because, well, you know, I don't know if you do know, but the real Rick Ross is upset because he's been upset since the show started because the shit's supposed to be about his life. And he said before they went in the shoot and all that, him and John Singleton was having meetings and connecting on the show. They were supposed to do it. I don't know if it was the movie or the show or whatever, but him and John Singleton were supposed to do the shit. And he said John Singleton ghosted him. And then next thing, like, stop calling, stop hooking up with him. And next thing you know, the Snowfall shit came out.
So off of his lifestyle, but he's not gonna get a dime off of it.
You know, he probably would have to file, or if he chose to sue him or whatever, and file whatever.
Never win. You know why?
Because it's the fucking.
You ever
big
watch something
company.
that says based on a true story, and we watch it like that's what happened? No, the base of it is the true story.
They take your shit.
If your life is boring, we're gonna add some shit in there to spice up the movie and shit. You know what I'm saying? So while you saying that's my lifestyle, probably 87% of the shit never happened. You know what I'm saying? They added that in there and shit. You was never on LSD. You never got hooked on LSD. That we made that shit up about. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was peeping that out because what's the movie Denzel was in, and he's in New York and he's running shit and all that shit, and you remember? American Gangster and shit. You know, I'm hearing it
called
the real wife. You know, so when you watch the movie, the real wife was like, they rewrote our life and shit. So that motherfucker beat the fuck out of me and shit. That nigga did this wrong. I was scared of him, terrified, but you ain't gonna put that in because that's going
fuck the whole shit.
That's the basis of it. So that's how you can get rid of that shit right there. Like, hey, there's similarities, but we ain't talking about you, Rick.
I got that from some shit the mob dude said that they like a dude that was like actually there, like I was there. That shit ain't happen like that.
Yeah.
Like, or in the shit when with the Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. That shit. They said that shit. A lot of like how they said he died. He didn't die like that. They said he died in the hospital from cancer.
That movie Blindside, the football player was like, man, there was a whole bunch of shit there that like never ever fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? And, what's the movie with Paid in Full?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you actually look at the whole story like that, that's a lot of shit that didn't happen.
And that's crazy too, because even with that and Boys in the Hood. I mean, not Boys in the Hood, but Straight Outta Compton also. Straight Outta Compton was a whole bunch of shit. They said none of that shit happened like that also. And I'm like, that's crazy because you got niggas that was actually there. So y'all let the writers or the powers that be in charge of the shit saying yay or nay. They're like, you gonna have to do this or do that. It always gotta be like a hero. It always gotta be a hero or a fucking a moment of triumph and shit. Like Dre walking there and knock a couple niggas out and turn around like, I'm gonna start my own label. And it's gonna be called Aftermath. Like, nigga, get your punk ass out of here. We don't give a fuck right at that point. You be like, nigga, get your punk ass out of here. We don't give a fuck what you call it. Nigga, I got $50-something million right now.
But you gotta take out and add in if you're gonna do a movie about you. Like, let's say, you know what I'm saying, in real life, use a brutal woman beater and shit. If I want you to be the hero in this movie and have everybody like, we love you, oh my God, I didn't know that. I have to take that out, then that's gonna destroy.
Do you care if Dre whoop bitch's ass right now? Do you care?
I mean, it can make it depend on how it is.
But after, okay.
It's like Ike and Tina was to praise. If Ike was the person that was supposed to be praised, oh, every punch would have been taken off that screen and shit. But no, Tina was the one to be praised, so you gonna take every goddamn punch, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta take it.
But she kicked it. They kept the ass whooping she did at the end because he had respect for that bitch at the end. He had to come back with a gun. He came out fighting, but that nigga came back with a gun.
That's why I don't get deep into that shit and shit. Like when you hear all the Jackson stories and shit, you know, see their movies and shit.
Yeah, that too.
I don't give a fuck because I ain't see Joe Jackson's story. Let me hear nobody. Can you interview him and tell him, nah, don't put that shit in there about me because that ain't what the fuck.
Who can tell the Joe Jackson story?
Yeah, the nigga was playing with a fucking mouse. I'm supposed to
the nigga, I got him with a Lucille Ball outfit on or some stupid shit, anything like. They never let Joe. And Joe be like, man, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, he ain't tell no story, so until I get to hear this nigga's story.
Yeah, it's a wheeler.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that shit, nigga. He's standing in the studio. Fuck that shit. You niggas better sing that shit or we ain't got nowhere to live.
On it.
From Gary, Indiana. He might have beat their ass because the kids used to get their ass whooped though.
Because that's all they knew though.
You had to get your ass whooped and that's just time over. I see the difference like, as far as this with like the children today and the children from the past, like, you know, and I ain't gonna necessarily say like as far as experience, I'm gonna say from things like growing up and TV, the way a kid's supposed to act in manners and the way we were taught our manners and things like that.
It's about money and time. The more money and time you have, the better parent you should be because it's like this right here. Our job is to make sure our kids don't so bored that you have no choice but to hang in these streets. I don't want my kids in the streets, so I gotta put them in football. I gotta put them in AAU. I got stuff that costs money. I gotta, you know, so you gotta do something with them to make sure they attention ain't on the streets, and you gotta have the time to do that. And we want to shake our head at other people because you don't even know where your kids at. Bitch, this motherfucker worked 2 jobs. She a single parent mom, she worked 2 jobs and shit, you know what I'm saying? She trying to get it in and shit, you know what I'm saying? I hope my kids is in the house, doing their homework because they got school tomorrow and shit. But come on now, you get free time.
A recipient of that type shit.
That's why I hate a fucking broken home. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all know I tell you on the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? That y'all can be, you know, bragging about, you know, whatever you're doing on the side, but you got a whole family, I'm in your face and shit. Like, nigga, don't fuck your family up. That's loyalty for some bitch that you don't even want, that you want to deny. Bitch, I ain't never fucked that bitch, and you know you did. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that, yo. That's some, like, that's what I always wanted. Like, when I was little growing up, I was like 12 when I started to look at like, you ain't see families or, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
parents, you know, that was on your permission slip or you heard it on TV. In real life, it was somebody's mama and that was it. She might have a boyfriend, but he gonna be gone in
That
like
nigga
6
ain't
months.
signing no
He
papers.
going in 6 months and shit, like, and another one
Wish
was
a nigga would sign some papers.
But when you adult and you have kids, I hear you motherfuckers saying, I'm gonna give my kids everything that you never had. And you talking about toys and clothes and no fucking family. I ain't never seen a fucking family.
Cause that's what's that's real nigga shit because that's what I be looking at and that's what makes me think kids is fucked up because I always know I want to give. If I got it to give, I'm gonna give it to them. But if I ain't got it, goddamn it, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Any kid, I'm gonna let you know and I'm gonna explain to you why because this shit don't grow on trees. But if shit is when it's plentiful and you can have it, here you go. But you gotta explain shit along the way. I don't see a lot of that going on. It's either all because the kids are not as respectable in manner, you know, they don't show their manners in the same
Most
way.
of them don't even need that little bullshit like the money.
Yeah.
It's y'all trying to keep up with society.
Or
My
another
babies-
broke motherfucker that
My
you
kids
cool
stay
with.
fly. They stay fly. Nigga, they look like they don't know how to play. They so clean and fresh. Like you not stand right there. Then I said you better not get dirty. Why the fuck you put this shit on him and take him to the park and something? Because you just wanted somebody to pat you in your back. A kid that's a good parent got a dirty ass kid. That means I want to see ice cream drip drops all down here
Right.
and shit and freedom
Fun.
fingerprints everywhere, dirt on your knees and shit. Can you
Hot dog catches.
school clothes and play clothes? We understand, but your kid fresh to death. He got on all white. And
My daughter, one of my crazy children, mad about thinking that, well, past that a motherfucker said to her, but that's whatever. She upset thinking that the kids, they went to the birthday party and they wasn't what she wanted them to wear to the birthday party. Their dad got them dressed or whatever. But they don't got them what she wanted them to wear. The dad like, well, I just got them comfortable for the birthday party.
Well, she wanted them glamorous.
She wanted them. I'm like, how they gonna play? And it was a big situation birthday. It was a festive birthday. You know what I mean? Like where shit, put a fucking bib on or a fucking apron on their ass and send them in or some shit like that.
Basically, it's this right here. Stop trying to use your kids to impress us.
Cause we don't give a shit.
We don't give a fuck. I will push your kid in some bushes. I will put the fingerprints of the Cheetos on the back of your kid's like, hey, everybody at the barbershop, y'all know I was, what the fuck wrong with you? I let your parents know you doing it wrong
brand
with shit.
new white Nike shirt that he got on at a barbecue.
Yeah, that little boy 9, skin all smooth. He could do lotion commercials. He should have scabs every fucking where and shit. Like, you trying to get a model as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And if that's the case, then that's the case, and there's still a time and place for that.
And then most of the time and shit, you know what I'm saying? Them the motherfuckers always talking about some, who can beat who can beat who. And I always, which one of you motherfuckers can read the fastest? And then always, they look at each other and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
But I'll kill your ass and shit, you know what I'm saying? I hit your ass with math and all that shit. The fresher you are, sometimes the dumber you are.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because y'all make y'all's kids like that's what matter. How you gotta be fresh and fly, you know that shit. No, you gotta be a kid.
And then when they get to that, once you fresh and fly, where does it go at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like now, okay, we're there. Because I remember being only reason that we used to not be able to get dirty was a couple days after school year. Picture day.
Easter and shit like that.
Easter.
Remember that? I ain't allowed to get
The
dirty.
Christmas program.
Playing
Right.
football. Tag me.
Today. Because
Yeah, you see me with these dress shoes on.
I got it. I think I told the story before, but it was picture day, and this dude, and we still see each other to this day. We friends to this day. Like, we don't be hanging out no more because I don't go out like that, and you know through the clubs and shit. But I remember I wasn't supposed to get in a fight. I mean, well, not fight because I was always fighting, but I wasn't supposed to get dirty that day because it was picture day, and I had on, it was like, we had on a button-up shirt, and it was like a cream shirt, and
Before or after the Jerry Curl?
I didn't have a Jerry curl then.
Okay.
It was, so this might have been pre-Jerry curl. Don't be hating, cause my shit was luster.
That means 7th grade.
No, I had a Jerry curl. We was on the Jerry curl shit early.
Oh Lord, my whole life was moist.
My mom did Jerry curls, bro.
It was moist.
But I mean, at a certain point, I say, when I went to Main Street, cause y'all niggas older than me, so when I went to Main Street, I had the Jerry curl.
Slippery.
I had the Jerry, my shit was sweet.
I
I got all 3 pictures too with my shit. I had the shit curled in front, cause Michael Jackson. I did. I had the curl in front and shit.
That's why I used to take pictures. Give me your memories. I hate it. I don't take pictures. Where your memories at, motherfucker? Goddamn.
Hi, TT. Right. Look at her. She on there. Hey, y'all. Hey, you could have called in and said what's cracking. But yeah, my shit was curly. Plays was curly. My mom was the Jerry curl queen. My aunt Glory was a beautician. She did Jerry curls and shit too. But my mom did Jerry curls. She was
first
nice.
Jerry curl when I was done. You was just all smiles. Like,
I was.
I can't wait.
I was. Can't wait to go to school. And I think my first shit wasn't even a Jerry curl. It was like a fucking just for kid, the boy, little version, just for me.
Starter kid.
But my shit was like, I used to, my shit curly on the top. Me and I want to be curly, but nigga, you couldn't wait to get that brand new. What you couldn't wait for to have the new Jerry curl after you done already had it done and the months done went by. And you fucking around, and that shit old as hell. You gotta get your shit redone.
I never had the long shit on. I did get the S curl with the slope. I did do
permanent minute. That shit was a permanent minute.
But I didn't do the long thing right there with the back. I wanted to, but by this time it's like I couldn't stand hair. Cause my mom braided my hair. I hate it, but I'm tender-headed as fuck.
Look, my mom, Tierra just said Jerry curl queen.
I couldn't do nothing when she would braid my hair throughout the week, and then on Sundays when we went to church, my afro was like this fucking big. It was really like, and it like this right, then it would move and shit like this. It was huge and shit. So then Sunday night she had to braid it again, and I'm tenderheaded. I'll be crying. Whoever looking at me, I'm tenderheaded. I want to fight you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'll fight you right now if my shit was long enough to get braided.
Then she stopped giving a fuck. I don't know why my hair was like really nappy and had that little lint shit that's in it because your pillowcases on. You know what I'm saying? So it was flat on the side and it was just all nappy and shit. Y'all remember Lincoln Park and shit. And I was like 9 and shit. I stole some clippers from Schottenstein South and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I learned how to cut hair, my own hair. And I learned my mistakes. Like I went against the grain, with the grain, all kind of shit. Wasn't no edge ups. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think the trimmers existed and shit. Oh, that's some old shit to say and shit. But we ain't give a fuck about an edge up back then. But we got our shit in.
Well, that's funny because our Jerry curls used to be magnificent. I'm going to say that again. And I got mad pictures of me when I just got them done. It don't seem like it would always be picture done. But that particular picture there, it wasn't. And he bust my nose and my clothes got dirty. I still didn't fight him until the next day, and I came back in my regular clothes.
I said I love you.
That's what I said when he bust my nose, and I'm like, I can't get dirty. Nigga busted my nose, man. You know that ain't never happened again. But at that time, boy, I was salty, like, oh, mom told me not to get dirty.
Was it before or after the picture?
After the picture. Like, no, before the picture. Like, I got a picture of it. I'm going to show it to you, too.
Your picture was like...
I got the picture of it. I'm sitting there like... Fish.
I remember my hair was so fucking long and shit when I was little. And I was like in the 3rd grade. And the teacher was going to do the seating arrangement, like boy, girl, boy, girl. So she's like, all the boys on this side, all the girls on this side. And then she looked at me. She was like, apparently... somebody wasn't paying attention. I said, all the boys on this side. And then I remember Pam was like, but that is a boy. You know what I'm saying? Because my hair was like down there.
I'm not going to go there.
Don't go there. Just go there.
So with all this confusion talk, was it got anything like the first, you was like one of the visually transgender.
The fuck out of here. I said I had long ass hair. My hair was long.
Or you like the first dude, how the chicks now don't be wanting to cut their son's nappy ass hair, they be trying to grow it out. Your mom just said funny.
If you tender-headed, and I tell these boys and shit like that, I'm getting braid, I'm gonna get this braided out. So I'm like, can you take this and I'll grab their hair like I'm braiding tight, like how my mom did. And when they're like, I'm like, you tender-headed. You know what I'm saying? That's what
It really depends on the different braiders though. It depends on the braider because I've never had my shit was long. When my shit was long, it was my mom used to kill me picking my hair. But when my dad picked my hair, it didn't hurt. He'd take some lotion and water, put it in my hair.
My mom
pick it up.
I swear to God.
And my mom too. She wouldn't put nothing on shit. She
my
just
mom was the
picking
type
my
that would give me a fucking warning or something and shit. She just be like,
grab me by the throat.
That brush is gonna start from here to forehead like backs. It's real hard and it's fucking shit. And then it's that jerk in the neck like turn the fuck around. And like you could have told me to turn my head or it's immediate right here, bro. And then she would braid every follicle of fucking hair. So when you look down, left or right, I couldn't sleep for 3 days and shit. I hate it. I used to want to kill my little sister because I'm crying. Motherfucker, I'm in pain. You know what I'm saying? And Colleen don't play. She'll pop you with that goddamn motherfucking comb.
My hair. I used to hate when my mom combed my hair. It was the worst. Then I got a Jerry curl.
You kept having to do this right.
But my homeboy Jay Smith, we used to call him, remember Jerry Curl on Hollywood Shuffle? He's like, curl, do the Jerry curl. So we called him this so much, and this nigga's hair, his shit grew out like Curtis Blow on Crush grew. It was long as hell. So every time we used to play basketball, he'd step back to the 3-point line and be like, curl, and grab the ball. And he was sweet, you know, sweet at basketball. He's hit the threes every time. We used to give him hell about it, Jerry Curl. But, you know, nigga, what's up, Jay Smith? Pooh, Michael, Moms, Gail. But I guess, you know, it's been awesome hanging out today with you, my nigga. You don't get to do this enough. Since we got absentees in the building. We're going to show some love to this episode has been brought to you by Our Famous Kitchen, where you get classic American food with an urban feel. Our Famous Kitchen. Holler at us, we got you. And also by the Drake Imperial Grapes, May the 2nd, 2022, Black Tie Affair. We would love to see you in attendance. Tickets are $40 before, $50 at the door. I can't remember the number.
We will get it for you right here.
Try to remember it's 2770. Drake Imperial Grapes tickets, or call 620-2770 or 446-9711, area code 614. Pre-sale $40, door $50. Unlimited wine, buffet style dinner. So make sure y'all get there because you know black people at a black tie affair might eat up the food.
It's May the 1st.
Is it May the 1st, not May the 2nd?
No, it is.
Oh, I apologize because I don't know how I got that. That's me trying to do my mind.
May the 1st. I got that circle on my calendar right
May
there.
the 1st, I'm sorry.
I already got my outfit picked out, laying on the chair, like the first day of school.
Do they have a band? I think they have. I'm not sure, Miss Swain. But it's May the 1st, Black Tie Affair. They have unlimited wine, buffet style dinner from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. You know what I'm saying? He's not here, ball. I know she said she. Look, there he is. He ain't here. So, this has been the Rawway Show podcast with your host, Rawway. We got my homeboy Paul Clark, the Lincoln Parker, and we are missing Mr. G-I-D-D-Y. And my main man, we ain't get to holler at him in the beginning. Playboy, without him, there's no us. What's up, homeboy?
Lonely Playboy. Oh, man.
Kid.
Man.
Lonely, lonely Broadway.
Yeah.
Kid.
So
Lonely, lonely Broadway. Lonely, lonely Broadway. Lonely, lonely Broadway.
I don't got nothing else.
That song is stuck in my head.
Well, yeah.
Baby and Lil Wayne.
Catch us next week when the topic is.
Why? A lot of you niggas ain't shit.
You can't say that again.
Oh, dang. I thought that we was going to do that one.
Did you get to talk about that?
I don't think we did.
Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on Instagram, the Broadway Show Podcast. Like, leave a subscribe. You can't leave a comment, subscribe. Catch us on Spotify, Anchor, and catch the visuals on YouTube. Leave a comment. If you got any ideas for any subjects, holler at us. We'll holler back. And peace.